I'm ChezPride, and as I'm recording this, Pride Month is starting to come to an end, so I want to do at least one more very LGBT Pride-themed video before we go back to my regularly normalized queer content that happens the rest of the year. And today, I want to play around with Pride flag color themes. Now, I have done a lot of Pride flag and rainbow-themed Sims, and I've done a lot of rainbow builds, but I've never done like a full-on Pride house where like every room is a different Pride flag. So that is what we are going to do today. Except I don't want to choose which room is which flag. So I have went ahead and I have built a colored base of a building that is very modern, that is black and white with rainbow accents. And at the end we will go through and decorate the outside of what I haven't done yet. I've just basically put the basics. But first, before we do the outside, we are going to go through and I have pre-laid out a floor plan and gave us 10 rooms that are blank, and I've picked out 10 Pride flags. Yes, I know there are more than 10 at this point, but I feel like the 10 I chose covers a good amount of them. And then I will have put them on a color wheel, and we are going to spin for each room and put the Pride flag that matches what we spun and the matching colors to go with the room. It's gonna be chaotic, but it's gonna be super fun. So let me go ahead and show off the shell of this house I built, because that's pretty much what I built, except I just went ahead and painted the outside and added a couple of things like lights and trash cans and pools and whatnot. But basically, I just built the shell of the house. So as you can see, I decided to go with mainly black and white, and my choice behind that is the inside of this house is going to be so loud. It's going to be so colorful. It is going to be chaotic and crazy. And I just want the outside to already have a nice look. A lot of times they'll roll a color for the outside, but I was like, you know what? I want the outside to have rainbow, but I don't want to eliminate the rainbow option in the Pride flags, because obviously there has to be a rainbow area. So I was like, you know what? We'll do black and white with a rainbow accent. So it's not crazy on the outside, but it's still going to be having a little bit of color here and there. And like I said, we'll go in the end and decorate the outside. I'll add a little bit more color with the landscaping and decorations and whatnot. But for the base, I've basically built the black and white with a rainbow stripe around the black column on the right, and then on the left back porch or balcony, I guess, there's like rainbow lights that are already placed. But as far as the layout goes, we have the front porch here. It has a side front door, and then it has a balcony on top of it. And then in the back, you have this pool area. This is going to be a rainbow fountain, and it has two exits, one from the living room and one from the gym. And then we also have these stairs up to this balcony that leads onto the office space. But up here, I'm going to kind of try to do like a barbecue area, because the kitchen is right off the gym at the bottom of these stairs. So that's the outside. But then, like I said, there's 10 rooms inside for us to decorate. So if we go inside, I am counting this entryway and staircase and the upstairs hallway as one room. So the entryway and hallway is one room. And then when you come in this way, you have the living room on the right that leads out to the pool. So we'll have the living room there. And then if you go to the left, this is going to be the formal dining room. And then we have like the kitchen nook in the middle that leads out to the gym that leads out to the back. And then if you go up the stairs, you have the hallway. The hallway already has rainbow doors, because I already chose all the windows and doors. I was like, I want to get the rainbow doors in here somewhere. So all the bathrooms and bedrooms have rainbow doors. So if you come up the staircase, you can either go into the office straight from the staircase, or you can come around this landing and go into it this way. This is more just easy access from the parents, because this is the parents' room, and they have a very odd shaped room, but we're gonna make it work. This is, I idea like the closet area. So like probably over here we'll put the bed and then the closet, and it leads to the bathroom back here. And then on this side, I'm imagining they're gonna have like a teenage daughter. So this is the teenage daughter's room with the teenage daughter's bathroom, and it leads to that balcony outside. And like I said, the office leads to the grill area, or what I am attempting is going to be the grill area. So that's kind of the layout of the house. And like I said, there's 10 rooms, 10 pride flags. So let's go ahead and go check out the wheel so we can show off all the different pride flags I have chosen to. So here's the color wheel that I've made for our 10 pride flags, and I'm just gonna put a quick disclaimer here. I chose this website because I've had good experiences in the past with it. I like the fact that once you spin it, you have the option to take off one of the names, so you can edit it to where the ones that you use aren't on there the next turn. I know there's probably so many more websites that work just like that, but I have already used this in the past, so I was like, okay, I'll just use this website again because I'm trying to be quick and go ahead and make this up just real fast with something I'm familiar with. But I will say they have upgraded it since the last time I used it a couple of years ago, so it actually looks better quality wise. Like the wheel looks way better, the text way better. But with that upgrade comes ads. So there's a little ad thing that keeps popping up down here. So I'm going to try to close it out as much as I can and not have it in the video. But if something pops up, I do apologize. But with that being said, let's actually go through the 10 flags that I have went ahead and chosen. There's a mixture of gender identity and sexual preference flags because I felt like both are important, so I tried to do a mix of both. So obviously the first flag that we have is the traditional rainbow flag, and then we move on to the lesbian flag, then the bisexual flag, the pansexual flag, the polysexual flag, and then we have the asexual flag, the transgender flag, we have the gender queer, and then gender fluid, and then non-binary. I didn't want to misname them, and I put them in the same order that they're on the wheels. I was just double checking, but that's all the colors that we are going to be using to make our rooms today. And I think the first room we are going to go ahead and spin for is actually going to be the main hallway and the entryway, because I just feel like that makes sense to start out with. So without further ado, let's go ahead and spin the wheel and see what our first pride flag for our first room is gonna be. Ooh, rainbow. Okay, I mean, that's actually really appropriate because it's like the first room you walk into. So obviously we know what a rainbow pride flag looks like, but I'm going to try to show off each one before I go into the room. So this is the flag we're basing it off of, kind of what we're basing the whole build off of. So I love the fact that we got that for the entryway. So let's go ahead and jump back into the game. So just a reminder, because this is the entryway and hallway, this is technically going to be split between two levels. So it will be this entry room here, and then when we go up the stairs, we also have the hallway with the rainbow doors. Oh my god, this is too perfect. I love the fact that the place I put the rainbow doors is already gonna be rainbow themed. It kind of really makes me happy. So let's actually go ahead and start by putting the flag, and I already know exactly where I'm gonna put it. So let's go ahead and put the rainbow pride flag, sexuality, rainbow pride flag, and honestly, let's just go ahead and center it in place. And then on the outside of the house, this is a fireplace, so I kind of want to put a fireplace here, even though it's a weird place to have it because it's literally a hallway going into an office. There's not like any room for seating or anything, but I mean, at least if you wanted Father Winter to come, he could come. So we could put a small one, and I'm pretty sure they have the colorful one. I don't know if they have like full rainbow, but I know they have colorfuls that we could choose from. This is very colorful, and it kind of fits because it's like rainbow purple stripe, and then purple fireplace. All right, I like that. And then I guess we should go ahead and do the wall colors. I kind of almost want, we could do this rainbow tile on the back since the fireplace is kind of in its own little nook. Oh, that's cute. That's really cute. And then the rest of the walls could just be rainbowified. Let's see, how many walls do we have here exactly? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 walls technically if you count every single wall separate. So I guess that's most of the rainbow colors. So it would literally be all of them including teal and pink. I guess we could do that. I guess we can also just copy the roof colors from what we're gonna do because we're pretty much gonna use the same colors everywhere. So let's go ahead and make this first wall red, and I guess we're gonna do the same thing downstairs. Like, how many walls do we have down here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8 walls as well. I did not plan that. That worked out perfectly. Okay. Let's go ahead and make that red, and then we can copy the next color as this orange we already have up here. It's so handy to have these already here. All right, so let's go ahead and put that there, and then the entry. What? How does my front door in Rainbow Builds always end up being on the orange wall? Every single time. I don't know why. It just happens. All right, let's put the yellow down. So we have a little yellow wall there. Big yellow wall here. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. And then let's go ahead. I'm thinking we're doing green and teal, not light green. So let's just do the basic green, and then we can maybe do the darker teal because all the other colors, well, not the yellow, but a lot of the other colors have been darker. So we'll make this wall green. We'll go ahead and make this wall green. Oh, the wall into the bathroom is green. Very interesting. All right, but let's go ahead and do my favorite color, which is the teal. And honestly, I love that we're using the darker teal. I feel like I don't use the darker teal a lot in Rainbow Builds. I normally do a brighter teal. So let's go ahead and do this wall in teal. Oh, that's gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Oh, this one only gives this tiny little teal wall. I'm a little sad about that. All right, but then yeah, pink, blue, and purple should be the last colors. Oh, I love that I'm gonna have like a little galaxy hallway for the stairs. That's actually wonderful. I love that. Okay, anyways, so we are doing blue next. So we will do a wall of blue for the parents' wall. Oh, that's really nice too. That's a really pretty blue actually. I'm not mad about this also having a long blue wall. And then we want to get the purples. Purple. And we can make this little corner purple. We can make behind the stairs purple. And then let's go ahead and copy the last color, which is pink. So we will get this pink color and put it as the final little piece here and the final wall here into the living room. There we go. So we have our rainbow walls. I know I've done this concept a lot, but it worked out perfectly for this house and the entryway. And now obviously we're going to put furniture in it, but that we have the main layout here. We also should do a fun floor. Now I'm not thinking like full on rainbow, but maybe something very colorful at least. I'm thinking honestly maybe carpet upstairs, and then we can do a more serious floor downstairs because we could use like this fun carpet. Well, also, is the carpet really a good idea with the fireplace? I mean, fine, let me see which carpet looks best in the squiggly form first. I think the yellow looks best. As much as I hate to say it, I think the yellow looks best. But I don't think it's safe to be around the fireplace. I think I'm going to maybe just put the tile that matches there. So maybe we could do the pink tile, not on the whole thing, but we could do the pink tile like right at the top of the stairs. Yeah, I kind of like that. That works. And that goes in with the rainbow too, because there's purple on the bottom and then it goes to pink I like that. And it goes with the pink wall. Perfect. Actually, perfect. So we have our little fireplace entryway there. Let's see. I don't think there's really going to be much room for furniture in the hallway. I could probably get a bookcase right there. But let's worry about a railing first. I've been using half walls for everything else, so I'm kind of tempted just to continue doing that. Let's see which wall height. I used this wall height, so let's maybe use a half wall here because, you know, safety and all. And then let's see, do I make it rainbow tiled or do I break it up and put some white? Maybe it can be the rainbow. Let's see how the rainbow tile looks. I mean, it doesn't look bad. Okay, so with a lot of trial and error, I have decided to go with white columns, a white trim to match the white stairs and the white grid in the tile. I was really unsure about the top of the wall trim, but I feel like this is our best option with us going with the rainbow tile. So we're gonna do that, and then honestly, I already know what I want to put in this hallway. Let's go ahead and we're going to use my favorite painting in the game. I don't know what color to use it. Honestly, maybe we should add on to the black accents and use the black, but we have the Pride painting here. Oh my god, so cute. We also have these Pride flags, and I know we're not really doing the outside right now, but we're right here with the Pride flag. I'm almost thinking maybe these little sideways ones could act as like a inside of the balcony fence. They don't have to be on the outside, but they could be like a peekaboo hidden thing on this balcony. So I like that. I'm not going to decorate the balcony in rainbow, but I'm going to put that out there while we're doing the rainbow right next to it. I mean, it's going to be rainbow, but not like, it's not going to be rainbow themed. And then I said we could possibly get a bookcase on this. This is the only one I'm finding that's skinny enough that is colorful, not in the wrong way. Like, a lot of the colorful ones have like too much wood on them or something. And I feel like this complements the wall color and has a white accent. And I don't think it'll get in the way of the door. I think that should be fine. I can smooch it back just a smidge without it cutting into the wall. So I think that'll be fine. And then we want to go ahead and maybe put some plants on top of it. I mean, I feel like, you know, why not? We're already here. Maybe we could do the little comfy gamer plants because they have like some cute like character ones. So we could do like a cat with glasses and a little freezer bunny. So we have that shelf by the door. And then I feel like this wall needs something. I guess this is right outside the teenagers' room. So what if we had one of the whiteboards? I don't remember which one it is. It's family bulletin board. I did think that's what it was, but I wasn't sure. We could put in white, I guess. I mean, we could also do it in a contrasting color. We could do like a blue color. Yes, that works. But maybe we can do that right outside the teenagers' room so like they know when they are going to go past curfew because it's right by their door. And I guess we could add a little magnet board to go with it. Maybe it doesn't have a matching blue. I guess we'll do it in the orange color. Okay, well, we have orange and blue there. We have a little magnet board. And there's, like I said, really no room for sitting. I'll probably put the sitting for the bookcase out there. So perhaps we can just add some little knickknacks to this and call it done. It's not really taking up a lot of space, but it has rainbow on it. So kind of living for it. And let's see what else could go on a bottom of a shelf. I guess these books. I mean, it's books on books, but it makes sense. So we can put those there. I wish there was like another slot here. I mean, I can just alt place it, but efforts. I've already alt placed the bookshelf. I don't want to do that again, honestly, as lazy as it may sound. Okay, so I think with that, maybe we're good up here and we can go ahead and move on to the downstairs level. So I do have to figure out a floor down here. I think we're going to go a little bit more calm. Honestly, we may even go for a white floor. I hate to say it, but I think maybe like a white wood would be good for us. So let's go to the white wood, and we could get like one with a interesting texture. It doesn't have to be boring. We could do like these squares, maybe kind of like that, to the white wood for now. I think that looks better for the entryway. But let's go ahead, and we have a white floor, and then we can do rainbow rugs on the floor. So I know there's literally a rainbow entryway rug, but I'm thinking more so actually the fuzzy rug from high school years, because it has a really pretty rainbow swatch. And hold on, if we size it up, oh, it's just ever too slightly big sized up. That is so sad. So sad, because I wanted it to take up the whole way. Well, if we put it over here, I guess we could make it fit a little better. Yeah, that actually works there. So maybe it's like the middle rug, and then we can still use the rainbow entryway rug from Seasons. So I think those two rugs will do us pretty good here. We had the fuzzy big rainbow circle one, and then the entryway rug. The entry mirror could be right by the door. There's not really room for a table right by the door. We could do the table over here. So maybe let's figure out a mirror to put here. I normally put the mirror and the entryway table together, but I kind of want to do a full-length mirror anyways. So let's go ahead and find a wall mirror that will work for our needs. Do we want a light up one? Because we could do a little bit of a rainbow effect. Wait, hold on. This is kind of fun. Yeah, look, it's rainbow lights. That's fun, right? And it kind of glitches right here into the door. Maybe we can slide that over just a little bit. Yeah, that's better. So we can have that, and then we can put some kind of build in here maybe. Okay, I think the best idea would probably be to do something white, but I want to do something a little bit more modern. I don't really want it to be all gone. We have the tile that matches upstairs, but I want something even skinnier than that. What's like the skinniest we have? I guess we have this. This is what I use a lot. So I think we're going to do this in the white, even though it's what I always do, but hear me out. I know it'll work. So we can do that. And then I want to go here and go to the office and go to bookcases, and we're going to do this in white, maybe in the white colors, and maybe alt place these. I think if we do that, and then we can go ahead and take this column but put it in white, and then can't place it in the middle. Oh, well, we can place it at the end at least, and it still kind of corners it. There we go. And then maybe we can alt place this to where it fits a little bit better without cutting through. Let's see, I guess we'll have to alt place these as well to make them more line up with that. I don't love how that's cutting into that, but we'll pretend it's the sliding door causing that. But then if we do that, we can put another pride flag here, and honestly, I don't want to use the same two we've already used. I know this one kind of looks like it belongs into a teenager's room, but it honestly kind of fits perfectly. I don't know, we can add some more stuff to make it look better, but we can do that and then add stuff to make it look better. So if we go to decorations and clutter and whatnot, see what we have here for an entryway table. I guess we could do some plants as well. That always is good for an entryway area. We have to find some that sit on the thing though. Alright, so I feel like this is pretty good clutter wise. I did just copy the cup holder from upstairs, but I also put a notepad next to it, a little purse, some glasses, some colorful boots, and then I thought we might tie it together with one more plant, but have it be like a straight up and down plant. We can even do like this little divided one. This one kind of goes with the Oasis Spring vibe that we have going with the house. Let's see, because we could also slide this kind of into the table to make it look like it's a part of it. Wait, actually I kind of like that. Wait, what if we did that on both sides though? To kind of like do the built-in vibe. We obviously can shift the shoes over a little bit. Wait, that's kind of cute. Wait, why do I like that? Okay, I wasn't expecting to like that, but sure. Maybe we can center this in between them a little bit better, and we can scoot this down just a smidge. But yeah, that looks good. I like that. The bookshelves on top look a little bit off, but if we ignore that, that's not a bad entryway for a rainbow room. I do think it needs more rainbow colors on the bottom. Like this middle part is a little lonely. We can raise them up maybe. Like what if we moved this up a little bit to sit on the shelf? We could have these maybe. We could sit them up on the shelf next to them. These need to be smaller. Those do not fit the same size. Okay, so we could do those, and then maybe like a fallen over heel. I don't know, that's kind of cute. So raise that up and shift them. All right, so people in this house really like to leave their shoes by the door, to say the least. And then, of course, if you're going to have somewhere to put on your shoes, you need somewhere to sit and try them on. So we can go ahead and put a little miscellaneous thing here. Ooh, we could use this purple ornament, or do we want to use the green? I think the green actually goes better. But we could use this green ornament and have that there. And do we want to do another plant to kind of just like tie off that corner? I mean, we're going for a colorful vibe. This is pretty colorful. That could be like the entryway plant, the little orange plant there. Let's see. Do we need anything else in this area? I feel like it was really busy on this side and not so busy on this side, which slightly is annoying. I guess we could add something else in like this corner perhaps. Maybe this place has a spot over here for painting, especially if we use the one, not that one. Okay, I was going to say the one from the water event, but it does not fit this house at all. I guess the blue really does fit the house the best for once. We have like a painting easel in the entryway. So maybe we can put like some kind of all art gallery wall up as if they like painted the paintings on the wall. Honestly, I don't mind these lips too much. I kind of want to get stuff with white frames. I do want to shrink it down because we want to have a gallery wall. So we can have that. This is also really pretty. We would have to shrink it down. Yeah, I like that. And then maybe we could have a little shelf. So let's do surfaces, shelf, and we could do these little shelves, and they could have like paint supplies on them or something. I mean, the top one could probably have a plant actually, like that. And then we can, okay, we're gonna have to like size that down if we want that to work on that shelf, but we can hang that there as if it's hanging off the shelf. And then if we look up paint, let's go ahead and see if we have any letter items. We're mainly getting paintings, which is fair, but I just want like little paint clutter. Would it be so wrong of me to use tattoo stuff and pretend that it's for painting? I feel like that's what I want to do. Do the thing. You know what? It's going to clip through the wall. It doesn't clip on the other side, but you can see the brushes there. You get the point. So we have tattoo, paint, and brushes to represent the painting spot. Oh God. Okay. Well, we have our little entryway with a bunch of shoes, our art easel, our gallery wall. We have all rainbow walls, and I think the last thing I can really think of is I want there to be some kind of like separation in here. So what if we went to decorations and curtains, and I think it was City Living that had it like beat it things. Like, so if we go to City Living, was it not City Living? I'm so confused. Wait, where is the, here's what I'm thinking of, but I don't know why this isn't count as a curtain. I mean, that's fine, I guess. I just thought it would. Okay. Well, maybe we can do a couple of these to represent some like rainbowish vibes. This has like the orange tones, and then this one kind of has cooler tones. We have one that has like a purple mixture. Yeah, there we go. That's rainbowish. I mean, it's literally rainbow, so we could put them further over though, so hopefully maybe they could walk through them a little bit easier. Oh, we can't put them too far over though, because I can't make them even. Oh, okay. Well, this is the best I could do. I don't really know if they can actually walk through that. I'm just kind of assuming they can. So when I was building the shell of this house, I automatically knew that I wanted it to be for a queer couple and their teenage child. I don't know the gender of the child yet, but I do know that I wanted all three of them to have very different personalities and hobbies. So originally I was thinking, maybe gaming and fitness and cooking, because I had put the grill place, I had given them a gym and a small office. But now that we have the artist space in the entryway, I feel like now we should upgrade it to where the teenager is going to be like the gamer child. And then the couple can be like very opposite, to where one's very into sports and one's very into art. But the way they combined and love each other is for their love of cooking. So that's why they have a decent sized kitchen. They have the extra cooking balcony and a whole dining room to serve and entertain. So I feel like that is where their common ground is going to be. So that's where we're going to kind of base this house off of for now. But I feel like with this area being the artist area and it being rainbow themed, I want to make it even more colorful than this. And there's a lot of rainbow accents throughout already. But like, what if we did something fun with the floor? Because I feel like they wouldn't want to just stare on white when they walked up the staircase. And I'm not saying it has to be rainbow, because I don't think there's like an actual flooring that has rainbow all the way with every single color, unfortunately. But what we can do is add some kind of funky, colorful flooring. But I don't want to make it childish. We do have the Alice in Wonderland kit flooring, the blue and purple. Well, how does it look with the walls up? But that actually looks kind of cool. Wait, that kind of like gives like an optical illusion with the white stairs. Kind of like that. I don't think she would have any blank walls, so maybe we can figure out something else to put on this wall. Ooh, what if we put like a cat one, and we could have like a cat in the house? There's like no room for a cat tree in here, but we can put a cat tree somewhere else. But we could put like a purple LED cat light, and then I guess we could put, okay, hey, I was gonna say we could put toys up here, but we can do like a mail slot. Of course, it's all just plain colors. We could do white, I guess. We could add a little white accent in the window, but then we could go to pets and put some stuff down for a cat. So we could do like a little purple yarn, maybe a little pink bird and the gray mouse. I guess we have to give them the rainbow ball. That's cute. So we do have at least something in here for the cat. We could technically probably add something upstairs. I don't think there's any more room in the entryway for any more cat stuff. I mean, obviously not everything has to fit up here, but maybe some stuff here and there. Maybe we can do like full on cat box up here. It doesn't have to be the big one. We could just have like a little one. We could do like a little teal green one, like the seafoam green one in this yellow green area. Let's see, if I put it, insert it into the wall, it doesn't actually clip through. So it looks like it's just a part of the wall. That's actually kind of fun. Should I move the door? Oh, I'm moving the whole door for a cat box. Ooh, cat door into the bathroom. And maybe like it's like the teenager's cat. So that's where the litter box will be kept. Wait, hold on. I need cat door. How do I get to cat door? I forget. It's under small doors, right? Doggy door. Dainty doggy door. Let's put it in green. There we go. Alright, so it has its own little entrance into the bathroom. It's gonna be a tight squeezed bathroom, but it'll be worth it. So finally, that's a little something extra to put in the hallway. Oh, I shouldn't put a place so close to the fireplace. But I want to put a place so close to the fireplace. Oh no. Okay, let's go here and go to pets. Maybe not a bed. Maybe we do a scratching post. We could do like a scratching post. Ooh, this one's kind of rainbowish. We could do like a rainbow scratching post in the very corner. That's good. That's better than a bed by the fireplace. we'll put a bed somewhere else. It doesn't have to have a bed out in the hallway. The hallway can be playtime. Oh, speaking of playtime, let's give it the rainbow wand thing. We can put that over here by the bookcase, just sitting by the bookcase. And I guess we could put, let's see, hold on. If I look up cat, I just want to put like some cat statues on top of the fireplace. Okay, you know what? I think that works for me. I mean, it's a little plain up here, but the whole house is going to be a little crazy. So does it really hurt for the hallway to be a little bit more plain when it's fully rainbow decked out colors? I think not. Basically, just to review what we have here. So I will go into taps mode and show this off. So we walk through the front door here. We have the rainbow entry mat. We have a rainbow lit mirror. We have the little place to hang your keys and some cat toys, a place to put your shoes, and some places to write notes, put your keys and stuff. There's a bookcase up there. We have a little art area over here by the stairs, and the entryway into the living room, and the colorful stairs. When you look up the stairs, the colorful galaxy stairs, you have the rainbow fireplace with our pride flag and our cat statues. You have the cat scratch post, this board for the teenagers, the cat box and door, and of course I didn't tab with the bookcase and vision, but we have the bookcase next to the parents' rainbow double door, the pride painting, and a little door into the office. Same here, it has that double door, and the little half wall to keep them safe from falling down the stairs. So that is our whole entry and hallway. That is the biggest area we have to decorate, so I'm hoping that's the one that took the longest, because that took way longer than I was expecting. Also, it was full of rainbow, so I was putting in a lot of detail. But now let's go ahead and go to the wheel, and we can decide the flag for our next room, which I think only makes sense to go to the living room because it's kind of just like by itself and it's right off the entryway and it leads to the back of the pool. And so we could do this room and then we could start going and doing the gym, the kitchen, and the dining space, and then we'll go upstairs. Alright, so I took out the rainbow. We have 9 left. Let's see what our living room is gonna be. We got bisexual or pansexual? Pansexual! Represent myself. Yeah. Honestly, though, I really am not the biggest fan of the color pink or yellow. So, in a way, it's not going to be the most fun room for me, but also it will be because I'm pansexual, so I feel very proud. So let's go ahead and remind ourselves what the pansexual pride colors are. So they are pink, yellow, and teal. So now we can go ahead and jump into the living room. Well, I hate to admit it, but with it being a living room that is pansexual colors, I kind of immediately just want to repeat the carpet upstairs. I mean, this carpet has every single color plus purple. You know, we can ignore the purple and it's all the exact right pansexual colors and it's a carpet. So that's kind of perfect for the living room, except for the fact that this is the main entrance to the pool. But we can just put a bunch of towels downstairs. It's fine. So let's make the whole room this yellow carpet. Oh god. Okay. And then we're literally going to base everything in this room off this carpet and the TV we choose. So let's just go to TVs, I guess. So electronics and should we? I mean, we're already doing the Alice in Wonderland floor under the stairs. We might as well use the pack because I feel like this probably has a really good swatch. And yeah, I think it was this one I was thinking of, the caterpillar. Well, we do want there to be a cat in this house, and this TV has a cat on it. It does look like a picture, but it's actually a TV. You can sit down and watch stuff on it. I don't know. It does fit the carpet really well. Maybe if I can find the right wall colors to tie it in, we can pull this off. But I'm thinking these Love Struck colors, these 3 colors right here, match the carpet and the TV pretty much perfectly. We could do some split wall coloring again. Get a feeling we're going to be doing that a lot. So maybe we can have like the pink be the main wall, and we can have it be behind the TV. I guess since this wall doesn't have much showing, we can just do it in pink as well. And then let's do this back wall. Let's do it the green color because it's coming in from the pool, and that leaves the yellow by the door. I mean, I feel like that works. And immediately I know I want to put a cat tree in the window. Now, this may throw our couch game off, but I want to put a cat tree, and I want to do a big one because I don't know where else we can really make a big one fit in this house. This is kind of the biggest room in the house. This and the kitchen is like pretty much the biggest room. I mean, we could do the medium one, but I kind of want to go all out and just do a large one. We might have to scooch the TV. I don't know. I feel like I want to put a plant in the corner. A cat friendly plant. We're going to say all the plants are friendly for them, okay? I mean, it's not the most ideal plant, but it does look realistic because the edges are torn and it looks like the cat's been playing with it. And that kind of curves across the TV. It does slightly clip into the stairs, but I think we'll be fine. So we can do that. And then I guess I kind of want to do the seating kind of opposite of what you would think. So I think I want to put we could actually do a sectional. Wait, that's an idea. I was going to say we could do the long couch over here and the two shorts over here, but we could just do a full-on sectional. Okay, let's go. What texture we want to go with? Maybe let's go with the padded. We do have the pink, but we've done a lot of pink so far, so maybe we'll do some yellow in here. So I want to start with the corner piece because we're going to line it up with the cat tree. We're going to put a back on it. And then, let's see, is this no, we're going to want this armchair for the corner. And then I guess another, well actually maybe this one goes over here and then we can put flat seat out here. So I want this one to be a little bit different somehow. Yeah, I like that. We might, I almost want to take the grid and alt place it a little bit into the archway. Why is it so far from the wall? It doesn't need that be that far from the wall. We could have more room for like a table situation. It's just going to be off center no matter what I do at this point. But let's go ahead and do a little coffee table. What fits the funky vibe of this room? I mean, that'd be fun for the cat. Can we shrink it down? Oh, not with the fish in it. Not with the fish in it. Okay, well, I kind of want to do it. It's going to have to be a little off center so the couch is functional, but I want to do it. We can add like a retro gaming device because that's in like a teal color. You could also do the one from Adventure Awaits because it has, well, never mind, it doesn't have cute colors. But we could do that, the retro station, and maybe a cute speaker. We could do like this cat speaker. Oh my god, the adorableness of if I could get to the right adjustment. So we could do it like that and maybe just have some kind of clutter on the table. So if we go to decorations, clutter, maybe we could have like some headphones or like some remotes, or you know what? I'm automatically bringing in the kit, my favorite kit. Where is it? Comfy gamer kit. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we could do some headphones. Maybe we have like 2 sets of headphones and 2 remotes. Play mismatch with the remotes and stuff. And we'll have some games on the table. There we go. We have like a whole little gaming table there for like the family to bond over. Maybe like 2 of the members really like gaming. Like maybe just like the kid and the artsy parent like to game together, or maybe the gamer kid likes to have her, I'm thinking it's a her now, I think it's a tomboyish her, but her likes to have her friends over or something, I don't know, but I'm also not putting that in stone, so I may change it to whether or not a her, I don't know yet. It also doesn't really matter because I'm not making Sims to live in here. But that's that corner. We have a bookcase upstairs, but I feel like maybe we could have another one in here. Also, we could have a ceiling fan. We don't really have ceiling fans in many of the rooms. What if we did like a pink plumb bob ceiling fan? Goes with the funness of this room. But let's see. We have a teenager, so we don't really want to like put toys in here or anything. I guess we could do a family games table. That's kind of cute. We also have this like pin board situation we could put somewhere. Maybe we could put it like right by the door. I don't know. Maybe we could have like 2 little pin boards here for whatever you want to do. And then we could have a games table situation. Also, should I have the Woohoo game somewhere? I don't know if that's appropriate, but also it is kind of appropriate because it's the right colors. Oh no. Maybe we have that one tucked on a shelf or something. We'll put something where we can hide that. Also, I wouldn't mind maybe putting this in here. Me ahead of myself. I was looking for a games table. I want one. I know there's this one, but I want it maybe more fun one. Yeah, let's use this one from the Growing Together pack, because this blue would work well. So maybe we have 2 there. So I'm thinking tuck the box in the corner and have chairs around this. And then maybe we can have some kind of like entertainment bookshelf. Like basically it would be like an entertainment system, but it's technically a bookshelf. And then we can put the Woohoo game on it for when the kids are away. We have to find a bookshelf that will let me put things on it. This better. This kind of goes with our vibe. And I'm sure it has colors that are closer. Oh, here we go. That's pretty much the right vibe. We're going for into a little bit more into the seafoamy vibe, but we'll make it work. And then we need some chairs. Do these fit? Okay. Yeah, these fit, and maybe we can put them in the yellow. So we could do that. And does the Wonderland kit actually come with any artwork? Wall murals, but I don't know if that's really the vibe we want to go for. I feel like this fits, but also it's very childish. I mean, screw it. This whole room's kind of childish, but we can alt place it to where it kind of lines up with the chairs. It takes up most of the wall. And then maybe we can have like a clock. I mean, I hate to admit it, but this kid's clock does fit a vibe of the room. I want to kind of put something in the corner to distract from the box. I feel like logic would dictate to put a hanging plant there, but I really couldn't find any that filled up the corner well enough. So we ended up going with this little mobile. It ends up being like close to the right colors, so I feel like that goes well in the corner and kind of just like puts the box back there like it's storage and it's not really that noticeable. And maybe since like they have like an artsy mom, we could have like one of those height charts in some fun colors. I guess the pink kind of fits in the best, so that kind of just blends everything into that corner, and then that leaves the perfect spot for our pride flag, because I didn't forget, I just didn't know where I wanted to put it. So I guess we can't make this, we can't make it bigger. Okay, yeah, let's make it bigger. We're gonna make it huge basically, and then maybe I can't really put a table there because it'll block the door. I guess put a tiny table, a little corner table. I mean, we have the table that goes with the coffee table in pink to go with the bookshelf, and then we could get a little bit of clutter on it. Maybe we can put this little like lotion kit. It kind of looks like it's like sunscreen or something, and then we can put these shoes and these towels next to the door. We could put some shaded glasses there too, like as if they're going to go shade in the sun. I feel like that makes sense. I've kind of filled the shelf as we've gone, so I've added a bonsai tree and some little camera photo video things. I guess, can we fit a little camera on there? I don't know if we can. We can put it somewhere else if not, but hold on, where's the camera that matches? And there it is. So I think that is good for the living room. Can't really think of anything else essential. We don't really need curtains because we have the cat tree. We have the pride flag. Everything else is kind of like a muted version of the pride flag, but I'm not hating that. I am really loving this little console. So I think with that, we can call this room done. So we have taken off the first two flags we have used. So let's go ahead and spin from the last 8 choices. That sounds like so many choices left. Okay. Polysexual. We're just getting all the ones that relate to me out of the way, huh? Okay. Let's go ahead and do the polysexual flag, which let's go ahead and also remind ourselves of what those flag colors are if you aren't familiar. So basically it's the pansexual but with seafoam green. So kind of what we have already done but minus the yellow and just more blue and green instead of either a tealish seafoam green, because we did go a little pastel, which made it a seafoam in the living room. All right, so let's get our inspiration here. We're going to go ahead and look up our pride flag for the polysexual. I think it was in this one, yeah. So I guess we can put that up here. I don't think it can size, yeah, it's too small of a space to size up, but we could put it here as kind of like the main center point. And then I'm kind of thinking I'm going to be a little wacky here, but since like the whole thing is windows, I don't think we have to worry about the walls as much. So I kind of want to worry about the floor first. Let's just look at pink, green, and blue. Maybe we can go to tile. Is there anything that has all these correct colors? They're closer than anything else we've gotten. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is I'm going to look at this from the floor up and then put the grid on and split it into even halves. So, or not halves, but thirds. That doesn't look bad, actually. Yeah, I like that. We do something else on the walls. Maybe make it a black wall. I know that seems random, but we could just blend it in with the windows. So we don't really have to like worry about it, basically. So we do the whole room black. It kind of gives gym vibes. And then let's see if we can get any workout wear that actually fits the colors. I feel like these are more true colors. They're not quite the right colors, but I feel like they're more true than some of the other colors. Okay, I know that's at like an odd angle, but I feel like that's going to be the best way that that's going to fit. I mean, this is a closer color than anything else I've found. We can make that work and maybe have like a ottoman sitting area in the middle so we can have some kind of miscellaneous ottoman. I mean, this is pretty damn close and everything else we have is almost that color, so I wouldn't mind maybe putting that. And we of course want to put some clutter, so I found some towels and a rolled up yoga mat with a speaker, and then I also found these weights that I'm pretty sure are just decoration, so that can work out. And then I feel like they would at least have a speaker for them to listen to. So let's go ahead, put a speaker. So maybe we can use this like party one and put it right above the weights. I don't know really what more I could add to that. I mean, I feel like we have a little bit of everything. I mean, we don't have literally everything, but I mean, we have 3 different workout machines and a yoga mat, and it's color coordinated. So next on our list, I think we're gonna hit the kitchen. Okay, I'm actually a little bit nervous about this one because, you know, kitchenware only comes in so many colors, and there's a lot of colors on here that kitchenware doesn't come in. Let's go ahead and take a spin and see what we get. I'm actually kind of nervous for this one. Okay, Ashley is the lesbian. That works with me because I know for a fact there is both pink and orange lesbian wear, but let's go ahead and remind ourselves of the lesbian pride flag colors. All of that is good kitchenware, so I'm actually happy with that spin. Let's go ahead and jump into the game and get this one out of the way because I think we can do a decent job. So let's start by putting our flag up because I know exactly where I want to put it, and that's over this window. It is a little sad that there's really no sunlight in here because there's only this corner window. This window goes into the gym that's all windows, so there's going to be plenty of light shining in through there, I'm sure. So we can do that there. And now we gotta figure out the layout because we have a very small place to put a kitchen for 2 people that really like to cook, counter that has a bar stool, but I do want like an island because we could do it like that and have the sink be there. Let's do an actual kitchen sink that's white. Perhaps maybe this one. This one's kind of cute. We want to put probably the oven there and then the refrigerator there, so that leaves that much counter space. That's not a bad amount of counter space. Well, I guess this one works kind of well. This one kind of looks lesbian-y, and then I think it has a matching oven. We're going kind of fancy modern, so this could also work. Orange cabinets that match small counters all the way across. So we can do like a white tile maybe. I guess this one works. I do like this tile a lot actually. So we could use that tile and then we could do something else for the rest of it that it doesn't have to necessarily be tile. Let's see, but do we want to go pink or orange? We've gotten a lot of the dark pinks in, so I'm thinking maybe we do a light pink wall to kind of tie in all the different pinks. And then let's go to floors. We're going to want to do either tile or stone. Ooh, the white and orange is actually interesting, but I kind of like that for a kitchen. I think this is actually the vibe. That's not what I was originally going to go for, but I like it. What if we got one of these? I kind of want to put this in the corner. I know I'm blocking all the windows, but what if we had it like on the reverse? But if I put yeah, it leaves that there, and that centers that better. Table here for 2. I mean, we're going with this funky vibe. We could go with this. Oh my god, if that is not perfect. That is so ugly, but so perfect. I hate that. They're like fuzzy, but it's perfect. It's literally the colors. Oh, but they have circle rugs in the color of the flag, because I could totally do, I could do 2 pink, 2 white, 2 orange. Oh man, we're going all out here, aren't we? So we'll do that. Let's see, do I put a rug in front of the sink? I feel like I want to. Okay, I kind of like this little rainbow rug, and then we need a trash can as well. Get them a fancy trash can because this orange trash can blends in perfectly. All right, so they have a money trash can, fancy, and now we just need kitchen clutter because I think we have everything that we basically need laid out. Alright, so I kind of went a little crazy on the clutter, but we have a whole clutter of snacks here and some spices and some spoons, and then we have the pots and pans and knives on the wall. We have one complete blank counter, and then we have one that I put some clutter on. I did auto place it, so it should work still, but the actual menu is not auto placed because you can use this cookbook for gameplay, so I left it on the counter. I think they still have enough room to work on this counter, but they definitely have at least one blank counter there, and technically they have a corner counter here because this is auto placed as well. So the last thing I think this kitchen really needs in the least kitchen area is the alarms. We will go ahead and do that there. Also, I did not put an alarm in like the front door area. That was kind of stupid of me behind the plants there because this house would definitely have an alarm. The back doors as well, so maybe we can put one by the TV. It just has to be in the room with the door. There's really no place to put it in the gym. We can put it just on the window. Yeah, I guess we technically need one in the office as well, but this one can go right here. here. So we have the alarm set now. Sorry, I just realized we had no alarm set, and there's plenty of burglars in this game. Okay, let's do that. And then honestly, let's just decorate this area. We don't really need much. Honestly, I'm kind of thinking some curtains. I know we have the pride flag, so there's literally no purpose. I mean, I guess these technically fit, and I'm sure we can find something that has enough of the right color. We have this. It has blue in it, which we have nothing else blue. Everything else color-wise on that is the right color. We'll just have a little bit of blue accent. The only other thing in here that's blue is cereal bowl, and put some kind of plants down. You know, I feel like these are the vibe. We are gonna have to manually set them in the center and then set the table center. I think that will do for a flower there. Like maybe we can have like a phone or something. Yeah, we can have like a little tiny phone maybe sitting on the table, like someone left it on the table. Oh, maybe we can call that done for the kitchen, and we are going to go ahead and move on to the dining room, and that will complete our downstairs until we get to the outside at least. Alright, so here are the options we have left. Let's go ahead and see what our dining room is going to be. Come on, come on, come on, be something good. Ooh, bisexual. Well, I came out as before I found out what pansexual was. And honestly, the pink in the bisexual is perfect to the pink on the wheel. And also, now that I think about it, the pink in the lesbian kitchen. So it kind of all works out. I kind of love that. And if you don't remember what that pink is in the bi flag, or what the bi flag colors are, here is the bisexual flag. It's basically galaxy colors with that same pink from the lesbian flag, purple and blue. So we kind of are gonna have like a galaxy kitchen going on, but I'm probably gonna go a little heavy on the pink to tie it in really well with the kitchen. But with that being said, let's go ahead and make our bisexual dining room. So I know the whole purpose of doing this challenge is to make the room that we randomize the flag for the color of the flags. And there's no white in the bisexual pride flag. I figured both of the rooms around it have white square floors. And I wanted this room to be a very much connecting room. Like when I built it, that was the whole purpose of having the big archways and whatnot. So I feel like it should also have a white square floor. So I'm actually going to continue the floor from the entryway, and then if we put enough furniture and carpets on it, it should be fine. But we do need to put the actual bisexual pride flag colors in here. So first, obviously, we need to search pride flag and put up the actual pride flag of the bisexual. Honestly, I feel like it would look better if we did it on the side windows, and we could get two. But I do want to say that most of the walls in here are covered up by windows and doors, obviously. There is exactly 3 spaces on the wall for wall color, and there's 3 colors in the flag. So like, what if we pretended that this is like a sideways flag and did like pink, purple, and then blue, and then we can make like the rest of the walls that are covered a pink color. And then what if we, since this wall has a different texture than a lot of other walls, maybe we should use the colors from this wall. This purple isn't the best purple, it's way darker, but it has the right texture. And this wallpaper that has the texture doesn't have like a light purple. I think I'm gonna go with that. I think that actually looks really decent. Okay, and then I'm thinking in this corner I want a bar. It definitely has to be this bar. This is the one I'm thinking of. It will be in the corner, so the pink isn't as prominent because it's facing towards the window that matches the counters in the kitchen. Was too perfect to pass up, and it was the perfect space for a little bar with the window there and all. I think that's really cute. But we could put this on the wall like next to the bar. So it looks like there's more drink assortments there, and we can put it in the pink to match the wall. Some kind of decoration up here. Honestly, I'm kind of feeling like the neon lights. I know that's kind of weird, but if we stack them together, we could have like that blue accent of a light on top, and that kind of ties in some more blue. And then I feel like something needs to be right here. Like, it looks so blank without something being right here. Do we have one that has that pink in it? Yeah, close enough at least. Is that something we can shrink down? Yeah, we can shrink that down. So that ties the pinkish purple in there as well, and has like a clock there. I like that. I'm almost thinking, like, what if we got some kind of like purple or blue table? I don't really know what those options would be. I don't know what it is, but out of all the table options we have, I feel like this is the best one size wise, and something about that white stripe with the white floor just works for me. The color blue is correct. I feel like if we do this with some kind of like pink chairs, a blue rug, I mean, this one fits pretty perfectly. And then we can do some kind of chairs. Oh, okay. Well, this actually matches the wall. Honestly, does have a purple? Oh, it has a purple and pink stripe. I can't bring myself to do that. I don't know if I can bring myself to do that. Not on every chair, at least. Maybe we can, since there's no just solid purple. There's white and purple, but I almost prefer the stripes. I hate that I love that, but I do love that. I kind of wanted to do something as an accent on the window. That took me way too long to find. Okay, it was more towards the middle. But I was thinking this in white better, though, as a smaller piece. And then we can perhaps merge them together to make them look like one piece, and maybe we can flip them around. Yeah, I kind of like that, and that way you can still see out the window, but the privacy wall is there. I almost like it even with the flags lined up with it. This gives privacy while still giving the light from the window, and I like that. Okay, so we have that, and then I feel like I said, I wanted to cover everything up with rugs, and I feel like there's not a lot of purple in here, so maybe we can tie in some kind of small purple rug. Oh, I hate that this is all the right colors. Maybe we have to use this. We could use it twice, actually. Change the positioning and the size. Okay, that's what we're going with. I hate that works so perfectly because I hate that rug, but it works so perfectly. So with that is our bisexual colored dining room that connects our lesbian kitchen and our rainbow entryway. Honestly, this is not the vibe I expected it to go with, but I like it. This house is going to be funky no matter what we do, so we might as well just go ahead and embrace the funkiness. So with that is our whole downstairs done, and now we can move on to the rest of the upstairs. Office first. We got me and you and me. We're gonna spin this wheel and see what our sexuality flag is gonna be. Transgender. Okay, sorry. I got really excited about that one. So the family office is going to be transgender, which I kind of love because I kind of wanted to go for a softer vibe in this office versus like the teenagers room is going to be like gamer vibes. So if you need reminding of which flag the transgender one is, it is the pastel blue, pink, and white, and it goes blue, pink, white, pink, blue. So let's go ahead and look up the pride flag so we can have our trans flag main center point here. And honestly, my first thought is that this trans flag is way more vibrant than any other trans flag I've ever seen. I feel like traditionally it's more pastel, and they probably did it more vibrant just so it shows up well against other colored walls, but I kind of wish that they had stuck to the more pastel colors. And in honor of that, I think my version of the room is going to be a bit more pastel, and then then this flag can be a bit more bright and be like a pop out center point. Maybe we can do most of the walls white, as well as the carpet and the office setup white. These walls can be the blue and the pink, so we could do like blue on the two outside walls and pink in the center, and then kind of have like the white everywhere else. I don't know, I feel like it'll look good, especially when the white desk is right here, and then it'll really look like the Pride. But honestly, the ones from the Growing Together pack are kind of perfect, and they're pink and blue right here next to each other, so I think I'm going to use these colors. We're going to go ahead and paint most of the room white. I feel like that looks really decent actually, and the colors are pretty spot on. So we can do that, and then we're going to do a white carpet. I feel like I always go with that carpet, but it's just so good. It's just so good. I just want to use it. So we'll have that. And then I know like it would make more sense for me to start with the desk setup, but honestly I want to start with these corners here. We can have like slight storage shelf vibes. So what if we put the alarm up here? I know that's kind of high and out of a Sim's reach. I think it'll do there. And then honestly, we can put just like a little trans flag over it to fill in that awkward gap at the top. So like what if we like shrunk it down? I mean, it's kind of cute like that. But this one from Spa Day is actually exactly the right fit. It's more modern than I was thinking because it has like the glass and whatnot, but that fits exactly the spot that we needed in. So I'm thinking maybe we go for this instead of doing the custom shelves. More stuff will fit on this, so we can maybe have like some backup gaming supplies or just office supplies in general, like some keyboards and whatnot on that shelf, and that be storage. And then we can have a bookshelf over here. So let's see, I'm thinking we're pretty much going to go all white here. So let's go ahead and just turn on the white filter because we're going to need it at this point. I feel like this one from the Business and Hobbies pack is pretty much the closest we're going to get to what I was thinking size wise. A little accent chair. Maybe the accent chair can be either blue or pink. And technically this is a blue chair with a pink pillow. It's just not the exact right blue, and the pink is very light, but I think it'll do for just like a little reading chair. Yeah, that's close enough. And then we can go ahead and pick out the white desk because I feel like that is the whole center point here. Honestly, I'm thinking the Cozy Gamer Kit one is really the right vibe we're going with. Honestly, this whole room could kind of be that vibe really if we wanted it to. Like, we have this double monitor that we could use. It even has like a light up blue keyboard, and we can perhaps do a blue little tower, and maybe we can have a pink camera next to it. I don't know, that's kind of cute. I wish we had room to put these cubby shelves, but the cubby shelves would have to go where the desk is, and I'm not willing to replace the desk. Obviously, we have an extra keyboard for good measure. What else can we put on this? Some extra video games. Maybe we can just put like a whole little row of them, just different random swatches of the games. And let's see, this is good clutter, so I feel like maybe this would be a good clutter piece. Maybe we put the clutter piece down at the bottom. We can put actual gaming stuff here. Like, or actually, you know, we could do 3 because it has all the right colors. I kind of like that. So we can have some extra office supplies over there. Maybe we can do the white office chair. Do they have one that doesn't have the... Yeah, let's get like a more solid white Sims 3 type poster. And then we could go... I was thinking with the... Where is the swatch that I'm thinking of? My Sims Kingdom. I think My Sims Kingdom one would work really well. It's like a little open book on the desk, like where they were sitting down reading and they like put it down. Headphones here, we'll make them blue to match the computer desktop. We leave the actual gaming controllers over there because I don't want this to look too much like a gaming setup. I want it to look like it could have games played in here. They want it to, but I could totally see us using this little cup holder again, maybe over here, and maybe we can use this little plant here, and we could have a cute little pink water bottle. I think that would be cute. Maybe since we have the camera, we can have like the little printer for the photos. That's cute. I'm kind of curious if I can find any curtains, because like, hear me out, these curtains right here are kind of the perfect pink color we're going with, and they have a left and a right swatch, so can go ahead and put the posters in the corner here, and then the curtains block out the rest of the window, and then we can just have this door here, so it's not like a huge glare on the screen. The rest of the windows are pretty much covered. Let's see, I feel like these blue walls need just something. I mean, we're going with the cozy gamer vibe, so we could just go ahead and put the cork boards from the cozy gamer. Wow, they really don't have a lot of decoration that goes on these pin boards. We could just do some like garland type stuff. I know that sounds weird, because what if we did that and we raised the flag up a little bit and we use like one of these neon signs maybe that has like writing in it, and pretend it's like a little gaming sign. I mean, there's literally one that comes with a cozy gaming kit, but I kind of like this like swirly lettered one. And then what if we lights up at the top? And of course the longer one doesn't fit on the wall I was wanting the longer one for. I guess we'll have to do part off the walls there. This is fine. Some kind of little wall plant. When in doubt, cow plant it out. Alright, let's go ahead and we're going comfy gamer anyways. Might as well use the cow plant from the comfy gamer kit. Let's even these up a little bit. And with that, I think that's really cute for the office area. Honestly, I don't even think we need a rug with the fuzzy carpet. So with that, this is probably as good as the trans office is going to get. And now I think to finish things off, we will just go in a circle. So we're going to go ahead and go with the parents' bedroom. All right, we're down to the final 4 flags. Oh my god, why was that so hard to say? Final 4 flags. I keep wanting to say final floor flags. Oh my god, I guess that would be kind of appropriate. Anyways, so the final 4 flags that we have are non-binary, gender fluid, genderqueer, and asexual. And honestly, all of these have purple in them, so I feel like it kind of all works to be like on one floor level. It's just like almost every room is going to have purple in it, which I think is great, honestly. So let's go ahead and spin to see what our parents' bedroom is going to be. And asexual. You know, that's kind of ironic considering this is supposed to be the parents' bedroom and it's a asexual themed bedroom. I don't know. I just feel like that's where most of that would be going on in this family's house. But if you don't remember what the asexual flag looks like, it's very simple. It is just black, 2 shades of gray, and purple. So basically black, gray, and purple is what we will be going for. So I know with the way that I have been doing this build challenge so far, it kind of slightly gives the vibe of a shell challenge build, considering that I literally built the whole build, like the basics of it, and was just going to decorate it. Like, I did the whole structure on the outside, including the pool and the fountain. I have all the windows and doors. All the rooms are already separated. So it does very much give shell challenge vibes. But since I built the shell, would it be so unhinged at this point in the video to slightly change the structure of the house. Because hear me out. I'm thinking story-wise, right? This is supposed to be the teenagers' room and bathroom. And I feel like they would have grown up in this house with how decorated and lived in and colorful this house is. Them being a toddler at some point, there would have needed to be a tub. And plus, they have animals. So if the animals get fleas, they would have needed a tub. And I think with the way that the doors are laid out here, which I love because I love this little cat door leading into where the litter box is going, I just don't think there's going to be enough room for a tub, let alone a tub shower combo in this bathroom, especially if we put the litter box. So I'm thinking that it has to be in this bathroom, but also the only way into this bathroom is this door, and with that being there, there's not really a lot of room for a tub shower combo comfortably here. I could make it really squeezed, but it wouldn't look as good. So I'm thinking we might take this space that I put for a walk-in closet and expand it out one, and then bring it out in the bathroom as well. Oh, just move my bookshelf onto. I know this makes this room superly awkwardly angled. Like, it literally looks like a bird with like the face and the beak and the neck and then like the body and the little feetsies. I feel like it actually brings some division in this room. Like, this can be definitely a more defined getting ready area, and then this can be a more defined bedroom area. But first, we gotta get the pride flag in here. Maybe this one I'll put in the middle of the two windows, because that actually fits really nicely. We could do something under it, maybe. We're gonna have to do something to cover up these rods anyways. Let's actually go ahead and put the bed down first, because bed, I feel like we could get the asexual bed colors. Do they have the asexual bed colors? There's the asexual. I was about to say, I know they have, but we can put this bed here, and then we can base the room color off the flag and the bed here. So I'm thinking purple would probably be the best as far as the base color. So let's go ahead and go to wall patterns and choose purple. I kind of love this. I don't like it because we don't have any boards like the floorboards anywhere else in the house, but the gray, black, and purple is just, it's perfectly the correct colors. But we need to figure out something about floors, so I'm thinking maybe, oh, that purple is just not the vibe I was going for. We could do like a slight pattern. I know we kind of have a gradient on the wall, but what if we had like a slightly patterned rug so it wasn't so flat? I kind of like the stripes. I never use this carpet, but I feel like in here it kind of works really well. And then, like I said, I want something under these windows and something to cover up these rods. Like, I know we've already used this in the dining room, but I'm thinking maybe we could even get this here in this spot, and that covers up most of this already. But then we can put a little ottoman situation. Maybe it doesn't even have to be fake. It could be like an actual ottoman. See, I just need one that kind of is smaller than this average ottoman. This little ottoman right here. I mean, that's cute. It definitely doesn't fit the space as well as I wanted it to. We could double it up and make two of them look like one medium-sized one, and I feel like that actually works really decently. It does slightly clip, but I feel like it fits really nicely. And then we can do maybe one more plant in the corner. Okay, finding a plant for this corner is actually harder than I expected. Like, why is it so difficult to have a plant in this corner? I'm thinking maybe this one would size up, and it would clip into the ceiling a little bit, but it does look the best as far as clipping. Maybe we have to make it an even 2 though for this to work. Like, it'd be symmetrical, and we could put one on either side. I feel like that's fine because from the outside you can't well, you can kind of see the plants clipping, but it's not that bad. Oh, not as bad as that ottoman clipping, like an air conditioning unit. Oh god, I didn't realize that stuck out that far. Oh, it's because there's a third one. I was about to say, why does it stick out that far? It's because there was a third one and I didn't realize it. I'm just stupid. Okay, that's my bad. And then we can maybe squeeze in some side tables here. Let's see, I don't feel like this room has nearly as much purple in it that it needs to. So let's turn on the purple filter. Oh, I hate that I like this. I feel like I shouldn't like this, but I do. What if we did smaller versions of these? We could even do a smaller and a bigger version. Oh no, I don't like that. No, let's size it down to the smaller version, which look a little weird with the bed size, but hear me out. Maybe we can put another one of these in this corner. Okay, it doesn't clip. It doesn't clip. We're good. I guess we can have some kind of centerpiece that's the right color here. We could even shrink this one down and it kind of fits perfectly on top of the bed. I kind of like that. Also, I feel like the bed is off-centered and I didn't even realize it. And then we can get some stuff on the tables. Well, we shrunk them down, so it might actually not fit anything that well. I feel like that's fitting for side tables. Maybe this one can have a little lamp on it or something. I feel like it's really dark in here anyways. So what if we just we could do like a little salt lamp on each, but we could put it like that. I feel like that's nice. It actually kind of brings out the lighting in this room a little bit. If we put the closet door here, we could put mirrors here. Maybe just this base game one, put side by side, just have a whole wall mirror. And then we can have the more like actual accessories for the closets through this area. I feel like the only one that fits this space is this one. It doesn't exactly fit the vibe of the room that I was going for, but I feel like this is really the closest we're gonna get as far as something fitting size wise. We could have a little chair. I mean, I feel like this purple chair kind of looks really good. We were gonna put like a shoe rack. Maybe we can go for this one right here. It's kind of random when it comes to the actual shoes, but it looks nice. I feel like this somewhat looks random with the rest of the house, but I feel like it fits the vibe of this room. What if we just put some cat scratching posts, like the ones that kind of look like trees? We could put them at different angles here against the window and do like a wall of cat scratchers, basically. That adds something functional in there without it blocking the bathroom door, which I think is what I was going for here. And then maybe we can just tie this little area together with a rug. This rug, if it was bigger. Well, I guess we could go with that rug and just size it up. I mean, there's nothing saying I can't size the rug up, and it actually fits really nice in that spot. So maybe we can do that with some kind of art on the wall over here. Marilyn Monroe vibes for the bedroom. I feel like that's really fun. We could go with that, and then maybe like a little statement decoration piece over the door. Maybe since we have the Marilyn Monroe vibes, we could go with like a star. I feel like that could make sense. I mean, we're not going to really see the Marilyn Monroe picture as much as we're going to see that star. We'll know it's there. And then of course we want to get some clutter because this house so far looks pretty lived in with the hat. So we have some hat and glasses. I just have some extra pillow storage. I'm just thinking while we have the decorations out, might as well. Like as if they just took it off the bed. And then as far as on top of the desk goes, though, we want to get more clutter that works full. And honestly, what about like this little basket here? It has like some workout wear in it. Maybe they have like a small workout basket that they can lay their yoga mat out in this area, and then just something to go on this corner here. Maybe we can go with like a cat statue. Where's the little, let's see if we go to bathroom clutter. Yeah, here's the combs. I was about to say, I know we have some like hairbrush combs, black and white swatch. That's kind of perfect. Okay, so we can have that there, and I know the mirror is over there, and there's going to be a mirror in the bathroom, but I'm honestly thinking we could just have a little black cat mirror. This is meant for camping, so it looks slightly out of place, but it fits the vibe of what we were going for, like a curtain that you could just easily roll down if you wanted to. None of them really fit as well as I would like none of them look like the same top as the rolled up one, but we're gonna go with this one just because it fits the nicest over the window. Maybe we could pretend that these go together. I know they don't, but we're gonna pretend. I feel like this looks pretty good. Just maybe we could do some kind of wall decoration over here. We can even go like with this purple rabbit painting. The only thing else I would really want is something across here. We could use a sign that's similar to the one that's in the office, honestly. I feel like that looks really nice. This room definitely gives a way different, more vibe than the rest of the house, but I kind of like it. I feel like it looks really good for the pride flag we chose, and it's almost like relaxing enough that it goes with the office, which I wasn't expecting either. I'm pretty happy with this room like this. I don't really think it needs anything too much more. So with that, I think we are going to go ahead and do their ensuite bathroom. So let's see what color we're going to roll for the bathroom. Okay, so most of the time when I do color wheel challenges, once it gets down to the final 3 options, I like to divide the wheel up a little bit more than just those 3 chunks. So there's 6 chunks on this wheel, and there are 3 options, all 3 of them on here twice. So we have non-binary, gender fluid, and gender queer. So let's go ahead and spin to see what our bathroom is gonna be. Ooh, okay, we got gender queer, which if you don't know what the gender queer flag looks like, which I don't blame you, it's one of the more common known ones, we have a pastel purple, a white, and a green. So almost the same colors we just had, just minus the black and add in green and more white instead of gray. I don't know, I feel like it could really work well together with the parents' bedroom. So let's go ahead and hop back in our game and make this little bathroom here. So I feel like when I look at the colors of that flag, the first thing I think, shouldn't it be, oh great, we can use the green plumbing because it's the exact same color. But honestly, that's exactly what I'm thinking. So we have this toilet from the base game. It's such an iconic, ugly toilet. Kinda love it for it. It kind of fits the color scheme of the flag a little too perfectly. And we have this little green sink that could go with it, so it really could fit perfectly. I don't know, I just think that looks really nice, which it shouldn't because it is an ugly green, but I think it'll work really well. And then we can do a tub shower combo. So we're going for like green appliances, so we can have it like that. Oh, this bathroom's going to be bigger than I was expecting now because I wasn't expecting to use a singular sink. I was going to use counter. I guess we could do a double sink moment. I mean, it is a parent's bathroom suite. So what if we did that, but we like scooted the sinks like together so it looked like one piece? And then let's go ahead and pick out the wall color. So I'm wondering if I can find a pretty like pastel purple that would work. This kind of is the vibe that we're going for. It's kind of what I would imagine to be the first color I picked out. I feel like that one's a pretty decent match. And then we can do like some kind of white tile. I mean, there's so many different white tiles we could choose. Honestly, these ones from Love Struck are kind of perfect. I really like those. So maybe we'll go with that. And then we can go with some kind of mirror on the wall, because mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all. Honestly, this one looks really nice. And then maybe on this wall we'll put the actual Pride flag. This one by the door. We can have some kind of like towel situation over here. So what kind of towels do we have? I guess we could go for the white towel. Yeah, I like that. And I feel like we need some more green in here. Actually, that looks really nice. But I almost want to size them down and do 2 of them. I feel like that looks nice with the 2 different towels. And then let's see. We need to put some toilet paper. We could just go with this little roll here. Maybe we can fit a little trash can in between the toilet and the sink. We can even scoot the toilet over just a little bit. Oh, and this little turtle trash can is kind of perfect. Is that a turtle or a frog? I can't tell because it has eyes, but it's super cute and it fits the plumbing. And then we can stick maybe even this same rug from right here, just in its natural smaller size in front of the shower. I even wouldn't mind it being in here twice and also being in front of the sink, because we could do it to where it like scoots, almost overlaps but doesn't overlap. I don't know, I feel like that adds a little bit more purple in there. And then there's not a lot of room on these counters, but I do want to get some little bathroom clutter. I mean, we have this tube here. We could use it as if it was like a tube of toothpaste, and then get some little brushes to go with the green toothpaste. But I guess we can get a little oh, they have a purple soap dispenser. And with that, I think the only thing that I kind of wish we had in here was an actual plant, because we have the plant paintings. A wall plant, I feel like that would make the most sense for in here, and we can do it like directly above the toilet. So I think with that, we're gonna call this bathroom done. There's not too much detail in it, but I think it's just enough detail to bring out the flag colors. And I love how well these 2 rooms go together. I feel like this whole upper floor level is going to go together better than I planned. Let's go ahead and do the teenager's bedroom. Alright, so we're down to the last spin and the last 2 options. I know there's 6 slots, but you know, just like I did the other one, I divided them into multiple slots, and this time there is 3 of both the 2 options: non-binary and gender fluid. And since there's only 2 rooms left, this last spin will determine on which room goes with which flag for the final 2 rooms. So let's go ahead and spin our wheel and see what we get as the bedroom. Alright, so we got gender fluid for the teenager's bedroom. So that is this flag. Very galaxy themed, which is going to be really fun for like a teenager's room. And then, of course, that leaves non-binary with the bathroom. And honestly, I kind of love this flag for the bathroom, because that means we can have gold accents with like the yellow stripe. And I think that'll be really fun. So this is going to be the bathroom, and this is going to be the teenager's bedroom. So I say first things first, let's actually go ahead and put our final 2 pride flags down, since we know which 2 we will be using. And I know I keep putting them over these little square windows, but with it being a gamer room, I feel like they would want to block out the light, so I feel like it just fits too perfectly. Non-binary one in here. I'm honestly thinking maybe even we can shrink this one down and maybe line it up with the cat door. I don't know why, but I just feel like that looks so cute. Something like that, basically. So we have all our pride flag colors down, so now we can start decorating the room. And immediately, I don't know why, but the first thing I want to do is actually do the floors. So I think I'm actually going to go ahead and do both floors because I know that I want to copy over the flooring from this bathroom for this bathroom since it'll be all matchy match and they both have white in the flag. And then I would like to do some kind of black carpet. And I'm honestly thinking just this regular plain black carpet might be the vibe to go for in this room because we could do that. And then what if we did like purple and blue walls? Honestly, the purple and blue that are already down here in the hallway are kind of perfect. We could do the purple on these two walls and then we can copy this blue onto these two walls. So when the walls are down, they have two different color walls in this corner. And then I say we go with a bunch of like pink furniture. Like we maybe have like a pink gaming desk set up over here. So let's go to study and let's choose a pink desk and hopefully a pink computer. I mean, I kind of love it. It's kind of the perfect pink. The glass top, I feel like that's such like a gamer move. Let's see what we have for pink computers. I think that's really cute. If we turn, it's not under this. I always forget what the tower is under, but let's go ahead and actually turn on the pack that I know it's in. Okay, here's the tower because it has a pink splotch with like a freezer bunny on it, so that'd be super cute. Put it sideways though because it's not fitting as well as I would like for it to. Maybe while we're here we can pick out the pink and white gamer chair since that's kind of the vibe we're going for. Different controllers and headphones and all that good jazz kind of just cluttered around here on the desk. Maybe they can have like their pink water bottle. Maybe we can stack up some video games in the back. I just feel like that would be like a cute little detail. I wish you could stack them like on top of each other. Honestly, we could, custom place them. So if we put them like maybe right here and then move the desk, they clip a little bit, but I feel like that looks like just a whole pile of games, which is really cute. With that, we can go ahead and maybe have a bookcase that's pink. So this is the only bookcase that fills up the space like I want it, but it's not exactly the right pink. So I'm kind of thinking maybe instead we do it in the black. Merge these together just ever so slightly, and then we could scooch the desk over ever so slightly. Maybe we can have like a lamp in the corner. Even this is kind of fun. This is becoming more of a girlier vibe than I was originally planning. But girlier gamer rooms are a thing. And this looks so cool, just like sitting over the chair like that. And with that, I think we're going to put the bed over here. And honestly, I'm just thinking perhaps maybe we can use the Pride bed again. So I'm not sure if this bed was meant to be bisexual or non-binary. It doesn't have the black in it, but it has all the other colors in it. So I think I'm going to go with this one just because it fits the vibe the best. And then we can maybe put some kind of like hanging cover over it. What is that I'm thinking of? Is it in ceiling decorations? So let's go ahead and maybe we can put one of these up here to where it's actually touching the wall. That would be great. Yeah, we could do it like that. That's kind of cute. So we can have it in the corner. Wait, why does that fit so well under this light though? Like what if we did that and then did like the whiteboard above the bed maybe? That's cute. I actually really like that. That's kind of the exact right vibe. And then maybe we could have like some kind of speaker. Like what if we had this big speaker in the corner? I mean, we don't have a lot of speakers in the house. Do we even have any speakers downstairs? We have one speaker in the dining room. I don't think we put any in the kitchen or anything like that. That is so unusual for me to not put a speaker in the kitchen. Well, I guess on that note, I can put in a little speaker on the wall here for the kitchen. But we have a speaker in the kitchen, a speaker in the living room, and a speaker in the teenager's bedroom. I feel like that makes a lot of sense, actually. And maybe we can also get another Pride bag above the speaker, just like do a little miniature one. It doesn't even have to be super miniature, like it could be like this size even. And then let's go ahead and do a get ready area over here. And I'm debating whether I want to have like a full on vanity or if I just want to do like a dresser, because she doesn't really have a closet space. I mean, this one's a little bit out of the style of the room, but I feel like it works for what we were wanting with the mirror, with the dresser, and it fits really good in this little spot right here. And then maybe we could put like a living room chair that's like purple or something, and we can pretend it's like their makeup chair. Maybe we can use the same chair we used in the parents' room, but just in purple, because like maybe they bought them at the same time, so we could put that chair there and to pretend like they sit there and do their makeup. And then if we look up makeup, we can put some makeup on the actual dresser, which would be super cute. Trying to bring in more of the different colors from the flag that has most of the colors that we need. So we can have a little makeup thing there. Maybe we can have another little makeup stash there. And then I'm thinking just like a little, can we do just a little mirror? Okay, we're gonna have to do some major alt placing to get all of this to fit. But this jewelry box has a little mirror in it, and I'm kind of obsessed with the idea of maybe that being like her makeup mirror. So what if we moved this desk and we tried to like alt place these things about where I think they would go? So we could do the mirror kind of like facing the actual chair and do this little makeup storage container on the corner next to it. And then we can have this makeup kind of stored behind it like it's her extra makeup she doesn't use constantly. Let's see, how does that look when I put this? Do you have to scooch it into the wall ever so slightly to make it work? But I think if I can just do it like that, that would actually probably work pretty well. So we could do that, and then maybe have some kind of clutter here to fill up the space, maybe like these baby wipes, so we can pretend they're like makeup wipes. I think that's cute. And then maybe we can have like a spotlight. Like this one from Business and Hobbies is kind of perfect. So we could do that over the mirror situation here. And then we need to put some kind of bedside table situation over here. I mean, this is a little bit more girly and kiddish than I was planning on, but it's still cute. And it actually kind of fits with the magnet board really well. And then maybe we can just have some like purple clutter everywhere. So we could have like the open book that they were reading and tissue box perhaps. Let's see, what else is purple? We could do this purple and pink like storage unit. I could have swore these were supposed to stack. I can manually move it up. It just doesn't look quite as good. So we have a pile of storage containers there. Maybe we can fit in some shoes. Just slip these shoes over here. Not these shoes. These are too adultish. These are cute though. I don't love the orange and blue shoes, but the purple shoes are quite fitting. So we could just like shove some shoes there. We could look up more shoe clutter, because I could see them having like multiple shoes. Honestly, maybe all the shoes go in this corner. So we could just have them all piled up by like the little bedroom door. Maybe we can put like an extra pillow storage for like when they're wanting a pillow in their gamer chair. I feel like a funky colored laundry basket is actually really fitting for like a teenager's room. Wait, that's kind of funny. Put that there in the very corner. Is it weird for me to like go early 90s vibe and put like a house phone in their room as if like their parents don't want to give them a cell phone, so they give them their own a landline like it's the 90s. I don't know. I think that's kind of fun. And then we need some kind of painting or poster. Ooh, these kind of go with the other poster she has. Wait, that's kind of perfect. And it has the purple in there. Wait, I really like that. That fits perfectly for this room. And with that, I think it's almost done. I just kind of want to put a rug in the middle that ties everything together. Ooh, this one has the purplish and pink tones in it. That could work really well. I like that. Okay, so I think with that, maybe we leave it there and call that bedroom done, and then we can go ahead and do the bathroom. So we've already done the flooring, so I think we perhaps will do purple walls in here as well, but I think we're gonna go with a different purple. Honestly, this wallpaper that we use downstairs has like the perfect purple tone for this. It's kind of sad how perfect it is. So we could do that. And then I wanted to do a special place for the litter box. So I'm kind of imagining, like, what if we did, this is going to sound so weird, but what if we did a half wall here and then we can put the litter box here, because we do want to have a litter box. Oh, we also didn't put any bedding for the cat in our room. I guess we can do that while we're in there too. So let's go ahead and put a litter box down, which is this one, laser litter box. I feel like that's just our safest bet. I am going to squeeze it into the corner because I do want them to actually be able to use the doggy cat door. So put that there. Let's also put some bedding and a scratching post in here for the cat, since it is supposed to be technically more the teenager's cat. I feel like it makes sense for the bed to be next to the laundry basket, so we can do that for our cat. Now, how I'm gonna lay out the rest of this bathroom is questionable, because I have to get a shower, a tub, and a sink in here, and it is going to be a very tight squeeze with this litter box here. Maybe we try to go with this tiny living sink here, and maybe if we do that, we would have enough room for everything else. Honestly, I'm kind of thinking this may seem weird and like it would make less room. Just what if we did a diagonal wall, a accent of a tile, one stripe of the rainbow tile, and it is supposed to be a rainbow house, so I'm not against putting rainbow in the bathroom. But if we did this, then we could do like a shower that's on the wall. More sense with it being on the diagonal wall. And then we can have like a toilet. I'm honestly thinking the black and white toilet. I mean, it's kind of perfect, but we can scoot it more that way and then have the shower centered. I know it's kind of weird, but I kind of like it. And then I did say I wanted to go with gold accents in this bathroom and then went with all silver. So I'm thinking maybe we can do some kind of yellow. I mean, this is the gamer teenager's bathroom. It wouldn't be that far off to have some gaming posters, and both of these have yellow in them, and this one even has some purple in it. I feel like these go really well here. I know it's a bathroom, so it's weird to have like gaming posters on the wall, but I think if we did that and then we could do some kind of towel on the wall like this. Yeah, we could do this toilet paper with the golden roll holder on it. Maybe this can then go here closer to the toilet. I wouldn't be mad about having the robe. Yeah, we could have like a little black robe hung up behind the door. That's super cute. And then I feel like we need something right here. What if I shrunk this hamper? But we could do a hamper as well as a little trash can, because I feel like I never put trash cans in my bathrooms, so I feel like it might be nice to add like a little kid trash can in here. Like, what about just this little plain yellow goldish trash can? I feel like that's cute, especially since I feel like they're going to be a female, or at least born female, you know, probably a good thing to have a trash can in there, just saying. And then maybe we just do a little rug in front of the toilet. I know it's going to get wet when the shower's on, but we can pretend it's not going to. Plus, we have like this perfect little wraparound rug, so we can put it in black there, and that's kind of cute. And then, of course, we can't have a bathroom without having a bathroom mirror, so let's go ahead and put some kind of mirror in here for them. Honestly, let's just go ahead and put like a medicine cabinet mirror, because they're gonna need storage to store like their toothbrushes and stuff. Yeah, I don't think anything can really even fit on this sink very well, so like we can't even really put soap. I mean, I guess the soap fits on it, but nothing else really fits on it. So we can get the soap. Does the toothbrushes fit on it? Maybe I can make them fit. They're a little tightly squozen in there. Oh, we can put stuff. Well, we can put one thing on the wall. Let's pick our options wisely. Maybe like a squeeze used toothpaste. Like it's been squoze out so much from using it over and over again. And then maybe for a final touch, we could put a yellow plant, like wall plant. It kind of takes up that extra room. We could also put it over here as well, but I kind of like how they hang down. It's kind of fun. And with that, that's pretty much the last room on the inside. So now everything else that we have to do is gonna be on the outside, and basically we're just going to be rainbowifying the outside a little bit more, and then, you know, landscaping it and whatnot. But before we go rainbowifying the place and adding a bunch of landscaping and whatnot, there was actually one more thing on the outside of the house I wanted to do that is actually going to add in a whole nother pride flag, because I felt like there was 11 pride flags that I wanted to include, and I really didn't feel like I should have more than 10 rooms in a house when I wasn't trying to do like a mansion house. Like, I was already having to add in extra rooms with adding like an office and a gym, and there wasn't really just anything else that I felt like really was needed in the house, especially on this size of a lot. So I was like, you know what, we could do a pool as the pride flag. But then I was looking at the pride flags and I was like, if any other pride flag gets chosen but the gay homosexual male flag, then I felt like it would look really weird, and I didn't want to make the outside a pride flag color, because I was like, if it's any color but rainbow, then it would be weird. So I was like, you know what, we'll do this flag as the pool, and I'll count it as not having to be spun for, because technically we were only spinning for the room inside the house. So I am sneaking one in here, and am doing it without randomizing it, but we're just gonna call it cool. But I did actually have to make the decision of it being an even center pool here and having it be 4 tiles, or going into adding a 5th tile and it not really being even. And I couldn't make this porch any bigger. I did decide to go with 4 tiles, so it looks more even here. But if you look at the pride flag, which if you don't know what the homosexual male pride flag looks like, it's not the rainbow flag. It is actually this flag. As you can see, it is actually 7 colors, but they're all like perfect pool colors. It goes from like this dark emerald teal to a mint green to a white to a light blue to a dark blue. And it's, like I said, technically it's 7 colors, but it can easily be combined into 5. But I had to decide to go with 4 tiles, and I just wanted to do basically the stripes of it as the actual tile. So I was like, you know what, the middle stripe is white. So what if we took the pool accessories come with spa day, like this light stripe, and the floor stripe, I think there's a straight floor. It's technically a foot illumination system, but it counts as a white stripe. It looks a little bit weird because one's skinnier than the other, but I think it will make our point. And then from there, we can go ahead and go to tiles, and we can go ahead and look up the right colors and see if there is a tile that has all the correct colors. I don't think there's a base game tile. Yeah, this Love Struck one actually probably has most of the right colors, I feel like, because there's this as the dark teal. This is like the minty color. Then we can do a light blue and a dark blue. And I feel like that would work. And I feel like we should do it from this direction. I don't know why. This is the way we should go. So we'll do the dark teal and then the mintier teal here, light blue, and then the dark blue. And then we'll go into tile wallpaper and look for the Love Struck wallpaper. I know that they have it. I'm not stupid. They don't have a technical tile, but they do have the color in solids. That's interesting. I just assumed they had a tile that matched. I guess the rainbow is technically the one that goes with it. I just figured it had other swatches. But at least it does have a wall that does match. That makes me happy at least. Except for there's not really a dark teal, unfortunately. This is like the darkest teal we have, and that's not the same texture, so I'm not really loving that. I think I'd almost rather make it the dark blue and just say it's teal. That's as close as I can get it. I tried. Guys, I really tried, but this is pretty close. I feel like this is pretty close. And then we can leave that. And now we can start rainbowifying the outside. And the first thing I actually want to do was add some rainbow pride flags and some rainbow art, basically. So I'm thinking decoration wise, we have the hearts, if I can find them. But also while I'm here, let's go ahead and add the rainbow flag. I'm actually going to add the one that has all the things on it with this one. This is the one I was thinking of. So we can put this one right here in this black blank spot and size it up so it's very obvious. And then I wanted to put the hearts up on the chimney. Here they are. They're from Adventure Awaits. Here they are. They're from the camping pack. Why can't I remember that to save my freaking life? Take up the whole space so then they fit almost perfectly. So it's very much obviously a pride house here. And then I'm going to go ahead. I'm actually going to do the backyard first because I kind of have a little bit more of an idea what I want to do with the backyard. Starting with the grill out space. So I think I'm literally just going to copy some colors here from this. So let's see. I want to see how many tiles exactly this is. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 colors because we're just going to change the inside wall to rainbow to just copy that. Alright, so we have the basic colors here. We have red, orange, yellow, green, teal, blue, purple, and pink all the way around. And then I'm thinking the rest of it really be black and white. We just have that accent wall with these lights because it is supposed to be black and white with rainbow on the outside. I'm thinking we go ahead and get the fancy grill so we can do like a whole like kitchen area against this wall. It will block some of the rainbow, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll know it's there. And if people download it and move it, then they'll know it's there. So if I can alt place that to line up, I feel like that looks really nice. And then we could do like, let's see. I'm debating if I want to do this as a taller wall or if I want to leave it just fence because I almost feel like I want to do like a glass fence. I don't know if I want to do a glass fence or a glass wall though, like which one would really look better. Let's see, this doesn't have a black. This is too tall. I want it to be short. Let me see. It just bothers me there's no black on the top of it. So we can put that there and then we can copy that and then we can make the glass wall the pattern and just do blank glass wall, I guess. That does mean there's no pole there, but I think that's better than what we had. And honestly, I'm kind of debating on having it go like that and just leaving one blank space there and having the fence go back there like we originally had it. I feel like that is okay. Wait, there's still safety there technically, just not right where the stairs are. And we can always add a railing to the stairs too, which will help. Like we could do this one from the business and hobbies. We want it just on the right side. Okay, that looks better. There's still no railing there, but I think that's fine. So we can do that. And then I did kind of want a outside sink, because I think like the outdoor grilling areas, having an outdoor sink area is just really handy. So maybe we can do a black kitchen sink here. How does this count as a kitchen accessory? I'm sorry, what? I mean, I am going to use this in my build anyways, because I wanted to put this out here because I just felt like it made sense. If I can get it where it's not cutting into the house. Oh my god, no, it's cutting into the house. How can I make it not cut into the house? Is that good? No? There we go. Yeah, I was going to include that anyways, so might as well include it while it's there, but dang, how is that a kitchen accessory? Put maybe the dishwashing rack out here. That makes sense. Some paper towels, and then I wanted to get like some grill utensils. That's more like for cooking if you had a pot. Freaking finally! How do I fail so hard at it every single time? Oh my goodness, I literally had to go to the all decorations to find it. It's by the soap. It's by the hand soap that I can never find with the lemons. Oh my god. I found other stuff that I could put out. I found knives. I found barbecue sauce, but I find these freaking utensils to save my life, and I do this every single time. I'm just like, how am I this stupid? Okay, let's put those there. Oh, that took way too long. I am so sorry about that. I mean, it wasn't that long for y'all because I'm going to cut it out, but still. So with that, let's go ahead and do a little outdoor table. I'm thinking almost the teal and purple because that's like the vibe of right there. It does take up a little bit more room than I would like, but this is fine. This is fine. They can still reach the counter. They're not technically going to use this counter anyways. Definitely need some clutter of some sort on it, and maybe we can have like a small little radio or something. That might be cute, just like a little outdoor radio speaker. We could put it with the plates and whatnot. Maybe we can put like some kind of, not necessarily a rug, but like some kind of like floor art, if that makes sense. Yeah, something like this maybe. I don't know, I feel like this is cute and kind of gives rainbow vibes. I almost want to go with the teal one. We could go with a teal and a purple and red and just have like two. Oh yeah, that looks cool. That takes up the white space too. I was like, it's a little too white. Like there needs to be something there. And then down here, I was thinking more along the lines of having a big speaker, like the speaker that the teenager has, or even we could go with like this big party speaker, because I feel like the parents would definitely throw some parties. And I kind of want to put an like almost a fake poolside bar, quote unquote, to where the counters still were on the floor. Like we could do like these bar side stools maybe if we shifted it enough. Hopefully a mixologist could get back there, and then there could be like a bar side pool that you have to like swim to get to. Now even the bartender would have to swim to get to it, but at least one person could sit here. I don't know if that seat's functional with the pole there. At least is somewhat more functional than if I were to flip it this way. Then the bartender probably couldn't get behind it at all. So we can do that as a little party area. I don't think we really necessarily need like a dance floor or anything, but maybe we can have like some loungers, and if we put them right on the edge of the pool, just side to side, because they can get on them on both sides. Over here perhaps, maybe we can scoot them in a little bit closer. They can be hanging off the edge of the pool. It's fine, but we can have some little relaxation, some music, a bar, enough room for people to dance right here by the pool. Very dangerous situation, but you know, it's fine. And then here I actually wanted to do some fountains, and I'm thinking rainbow fountains, because y'all know how much I love my rainbow fountains. Medium jet is what I think we want. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can do basic 6 colors. And then when we go into the tour, I'll play it and there'll be like water squirting up through there. But I'm almost thinking I kind of want to do maybe one in the front as well, but not like so much as in a fountain form. I'm kind of thinking almost, what if we just did them in a little circle? Yeah, something like that. And then we can hide it with plants. So if we get some, maybe, I know we can get that stuff from Island Living that I'm so obsessed with and use all the time. I know this isn't the regular type of plantage that's in this type of environment, being in the desert or whatnot, but you can't tell me that that wouldn't look cool having some rainbow fountains coming through there, maybe with like some vines behind it or something. And we could totally get like some kind of colorful, really bizarre flowers sticking out here, like something like this maybe, to add some more craziness. Ooh, we could mix some purple in here too. Purple. So we can do yellow and red. I was thinking something a little bit different for right here. Stuff like this we can combine in there with it. Where's the one I just used? Yeah, we could put one of these right here between these plants, and that would look good. We could continue these more so over here as well. But what if I got a combination of bigger and small ones? Maybe just under these windows, these can be here, and then do something different. Maybe some more of this, but the green, maybe the purple isn't on this part, and we can leave room for like another tree, one of these, like these light palms. Let's see, I think this one will probably be easier to not cut into the house because there's less house to cut into. That doesn't, okay, that barely doesn't cut in, but it doesn't cut in. So we can have two of those palms there, another just more regular palm out in the front. Oh, that's bigger than I thought it was going to be. That's way bigger than I thought it was going to be, actually. I guess I could shrink it down. That is always a possibility. I forget that sometimes. But since there's no roof right there, we could do that. Maybe we can put it behind the trash can, so the trash can is still functionable, but I kind of wanted to put a bush there. I guess it could be here and the bush can still go along there, because I was wanting to put some of the bushes with lights on them, which is so weird because it's Christmas lights technically. So we can put these along here and all the way to the stairs, basically. Like, that doesn't look too bad, and that shouldn't, oh my, I want this one to be a little bit more over, because I don't want it to completely cut into the stair, but I want to make sure, yeah, I think that's on a high enough foundation it doesn't clip. So we have those there, and then when we have the water shoot up, there'll be more rainbow there. And honestly, I'm debating if I even want to do anything around this. I guess I should. Maybe we can do some more of these. That actually looks kind of nice. Does it look weird floating like that? I feel like it almost looks intentional, especially if we were to take these and scooch them, which probably needs to happen anyways, and just support it a little bit. I think that could work. And then with the rainbow lights, it'll look really cool. Maybe we'll add like some stone here, like some terrain paint, because I always forget, you know, terrain paint exists. It is a thing. I just constantly forget it's a thing. Let's see. It looks deserty rock. No, I feel like we almost need to go with something a little bit more brown. We could do some stone through here. Oh, that looks nice. That actually really helps. We could do it up front as well, but do it in like the square. Do it just like that, maybe. Yeah, I think that looks nice, actually. I wanted to do the porches up here. So I did say this balcony I was gonna put a reading area, and I'm also wanting to put a telescope. This does fit kind of perfectly, but it goes into the door. Can I cut it to where it just backs up out the door a little bit? I'm thinking, honestly, maybe do the red and white couch, and then we can have like a telescope that's colorful as well, because I think we recently got a telescope that's more colorful, didn't we? Did we just get swatches added on to the regular one? I don't know. I'm thinking maybe the galaxy looking one. Yeah, this has to be what we got more swatches to, because this was not there originally. Maybe we could have meditation little stool thing is what I'm thinking of, but we could do it in like a colorful swatch. Ooh, this one's literally rainbow. Perfect. Some little wind chimes, do them in the aluminum red and put them in the corner, or maybe around both sides of the door, honestly. So we can have that be out there. Do we want to do a carpet? I mean, technically it fits. I did size it up so it's more of a flooring. but I kind of like it. It's like very subtle because it's pastel, but it's kind of cool like that. It does technically clip on the edge, but the trim actually covers it more than I would expect it, so that works. I did want to put this same rainbow rug on this side just because I think it works, and honestly I kind of want to line it up to where the same colors are on the same side, so it kind of looks like it's one rug basically. I did want to do some kind of little seating and plant situation out here. I want to put something like defined right here. I'm almost thinking some kind of statue, maybe even like this like huge peacock. I know that seems weird, but we could do that beside the mailbox so the mailbox area doesn't look so weird. And like I said, I did want to put some vines along this wall as well, so before I place the couch down, let me do that. What if we did this purple? I feel like that looks good. It has a little bit dead vines on it, but I like the contrast of it, so maybe we do that and it just be there so it looks intentional. I don't think it needs it like across the top or anything, but with that we can probably just add a couch out here. Oh, I shouldn't want to use this one because I really don't like boho furniture that much, but the rainbow pillows are perfect and it fits right up against the fence really good. Oh, we could actually do this and do like some kind of skinny plant behind it maybe. Yeah, we could get like this palm tree right here and make it where it doesn't cut into the house and have that sitting right beside the palm tree. No, that's adorable. I like that. Is there anything else we need out here? I feel like if we put anything else out here, it would just look too crowded. Maybe we can put some kind of small plant. I kind of like this one. It's colorful and slightly whimsical, and I think it goes with the pink on the couch. So I think we're going to do that and call that a done build, you guys. I think that actually turned out better than I was expecting on the outside. I was really nervous about the outside, hence why I saved it for the last, but I'm not mad about it. I think it looks great. I think this is definitely a Rainbow Pride house. So I'm going to go ahead and go into tabs mode and we're going to give a full final tour because I know we've been jumping around a lot and going from room to room. So you may have forgotten some small details or whatnot. So we're just going to do a walkthrough and then we'll end out the video. Alright, I'm not going to lie guys. I questioned how much I would like this at first, but now that I've gone to live mode and looked at it from all the angles and turned on the fountains and stuff, I'm literally obsessed with it. Like, I'm pretty sure this is the best rainbow build I've done yet, and I've done a lot of rainbow builds. So look how nice that fountain looks in the back. Like, oh my god, just actually look from this angle in the back. That looks so good. That's probably the best modern rainbow house I've ever built. Oh, I actually really like it. I really like it. I think it looks good. I think we did good. It took way longer than I planned on it taking, but I think the end result looks really fun. So this is our front of the house. If you look at straight on, we have our rainbow garden fountain area with the peacock, and then we have the rainbow palm trees, and then if we go here on the front porch is colorful and rainbow-fied, and you can see the pride flag hanging proud and loud on the front porch. And then if you go in through our really fun front door, we have our rainbow walk-in hallway situation. So we have the entryway with the mirror and the sitting spot with the so many shoes, the rainbow rug, and we have a little art area. If you go up that way, it continues to be rainbow, but first we have the pansexual living room that is very artsy and very kiddish a little bit. It has a lot of the Alice in Wonderland stuff in it. Has the huge cat tree, all the gaming stuff, and this is how you get out to the pool area outside, which has, you know, your party stuff. It is all of the gay, homosexual, male flag pride colors in the pool. It literally makes the flag. And then you can also get into the gym that way, but we're actually going to go back out in the hallway and go through the dining room first. So we have our bisexual pride flag dining room that has a little home bar and a bunch of seating that leads into our lesbian themed kitchen, which honestly might be my favorite room in the house, even though orange and pink are some of my least favorite colors. And then it goes to the gym that goes to the pool. So it all loops around, but this is our polysexual gym here. If we go back to the rainbow hallway, we have the staircase going to the other rainbow hallway upstairs. So we have our pride fireplace here that leads into our trans office, which we'll get back to in a minute. But we have this way, we have our family hallway board with a scratching post, and we have the teenager gamers bedroom that is the gender, is it fluid? I think this is the gender fluid flag. I get gender queer and gender fluid mixed up, but the gender fluid flag, I believe, it is what this bedroom is for the teenager, and obviously very much gamer. It almost has like a gender neutral vibe. Like it's kind of both girly and tomboyish, which I kind of love. It's kind of the vibe I was going for. And you circle around, they have a little bathroom of their own, which has its own little cat entrance, because in my head the teenager is the owner of the cat. And we have the non-binary bathroom with the little rainbow accessory wall. It has all the flags and the gaming posters and an automatic litter box, which is accidentally scooted into the wall. But we have that, and then we have our little balcony with the telescope, the meditation space, and the reading area, because we have a huge bookcase right outside the parents' bedrooms, which is double rainbow doors into a highly ironical asexual bedroom. Because the parents' room is the asexual room, because that just worked out perfectly. But I love the color scheme in here. I think this is like the most mature room in the house, which kind of fits for the parent vibe. But it circles around into this changing area, which also love how the Marilyn Monroe poster is visible from outside the window. I think that is so great. And then under the star, we have the parents' bathroom, which is the gender queer bathroom, I think is that flag. It's the gender queer, but it's very pastel with like bright greens, which I thought was really fun. And then if we go out of the parents' bedroom, we go into this little corner door, so you can get in from it this way, or you can get into it this way. And this is our family office. The teen has its own like gaming setup, but I have like a family office that has some extra gaming supplies here in this little quote closet. And then we have the transgender family office, and it has all of the trans colors and a little bit of gaming stuff, but I wanted it to be able to be used for either a home office or gaming, and I try to block out some of the windows. And this leads to the grill area outside, so it has its own little kitchen area, but it does come back downstairs, and you can get to the kitchen through here, through the gym. So it is easy access to the kitchen if you need to go from the grill to the kitchen real easily. And then this is, once again, our backyard. So that is the entire build. I think it turned out way better than I was planning. I was very skeptical if the outside was going to be colorful enough to be a rainbow house, but I feel like in the end it turned out really well with just the right amount of rainbow. But guys, with that, I'm going to end this here. I hope you guys all had a fantastic Pride month, and make sure you guys keep spreading that pride and joy throughout the entire year. So I'm going to leave it here, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and do all that awesome stuff, because you guys are awesome people. I'll see you next time. All right, bye!